TSF Entertainment.
And welcome back to the TSF Entertainment channel. It is Retro CG in the building tonight, and we are back. We are back to take our exclusive first look and predictions at Power Book 4 Force Season 3, Episode 1. The episode title is Do or Die, and this is going to be our prediction video. We back, everybody. It has been a minute. It has been a minute. It feels like forever. But we are back for the final season of Force, and we are excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these predictions and see what this episode going to bring us. All right, Season 3, Episode 1. The episode synopsis. The title of the episode is Do or Die. With some of his biggest obstacles off the map, Tommy faces new opportunities and challenges in his quest to take over Chicago drug game. So we will see how Tommy fares out this season. We know he's going to make it out, but I don't think that he's going to make it out without there being some consequences. All right, so here in this scene right here, you've got Stacy Marx. We already know that she's on one when it comes to Tommy. She got to win because she took down the Serbs and Claudia in the last season, so you would think that she would be happy and celebrating the win. But as we know, her CI has been compromised, has been caught up, and she's trying to figure out where Flynn is right now. So in the last season, Vic was able to get word to her that he had been made and that he had been figured out by Tommy. So she's probably got law enforcement looking at that warehouse location where they thought Vic was at. But by now, Tommy has probably moved Vic's location, because when we left off in the last season, Tommy had two goons from CBI holding Vic hostage, or not necessarily holding him hostage, but holding him captive while he made his final moves in the last season. So sure, Stacy is going to be on one trying to figure out what happened to Vic and whether or not he has been unalived by Tommy and CBI. Here in this scene right here, kind of hard to tell, but I think it could be Tommy waiting outside somewhere to have a meetup with probably Diamond to discuss the events. As we know, in the end of last season, Chi, who was their supplier for the cartel that was giving them work, decided to merge, well, not necessarily merge, but work with CBI and Miguel's crew, the Insane Princess. So now Tommy and CBI, their distro, and then Miguel and his crew, their distro as well. And she pretty much told them that they're going to have to get along, that neither one of them could unalive each other. So Tommy's probably meeting up with Diamond here to kind of discuss how they're going to move forward, or to even discuss the whole situation with Vic. As we know, Diamond found out that Vic was a snitch, and Diamond wanted Tommy to get rid of Vic, unalive him, which Diamond is not wrong. But at the same time, I don't think Tommy is wrong either, because Tommy is seeing this as an opportunity where they can use Vic to their advantage and have an inside man inside law enforcement. And we know that a lot of times they make moves based off of having someone on the inside of law enforcement. So Tommy's most likely wanting to keep Vic alive so he can use him to stay one step ahead of law enforcement. Diamond, on the other hand, is probably more like, we need to get rid of him. He's a liability. Here in this scene, looks like they are in Diamond's basement at his barbershop. So maybe that's where Tommy probably moved Vic to keep him out of sight, out of mind, until they can figure out what to do with him or how Tommy wants him to resurface. As we know, Vic is a major liability and could be a little tricky for Tommy, because Tommy is putting trust in Vic, which I can't really understand why, other than they're showing us that Tommy is kind of moving more strategically now, whereas in the past, i.e. Joe Proctor, Tommy got rid of Vic at the first sound of him being labeled as a snitch. So the fact that Tommy is keeping Vic alive shows that he is trying to move a little bit more strategically. And he probably wants Vic to go back to Stacy and come up with some story about how he got away and to continue informing on them. But at the same time, Tommy's probably going to use Vic for a time period to feed Stacy misinformation. But Stacy may get hip to that, or Vic may flip on Tommy. So we got to watch this situation real closely because you can't trust a Flynn. All right, here in this scene right here, you got Miguel that looks mad pressed, mad stressed. He looks like he's stressed. He's most likely upset, ruminating over the fact that she is supporting Tommy and CBI, whereas Miguel wants to get rid of Tommy at this point. Tommy has become more than a nuisance with him, especially after he found out about him and Mireya. So Miguel's probably not a happy camper right now where Tommy is concerned, and the ideal of having to work with Tommy in any form or fashion or capacity ain't sitting too well with him. So he's probably trying to figure out what he's going to do about this situation with Tommy and what he's going to do about this situation with his sister, because his sister's got feelings for Tommy and he's got his sister hemmed up right now, and he's got to try to figure out how he can get rid of his Tommy Egan problem. In this scene right here, looks like you probably might have Tommy pulling up to Miguel's place to confront him. As you know, Miguel sent word to Tommy in last season that he had Mireya and that their trip to Barcelona wasn't happening. So Tommy's probably upset right now, thinking that Miguel has kidnapped Mireya, which he has, and not knowing, you know how Tommy is. He's a little reckless when it comes to people that he loves. So he's probably going to go over there literally guns a-blazing and trying to confront Miguel. Here, you probably got him outside Miguel's spot trying to run up on Miguel when he gets snatched up by some of Miguel's goons outside of Miguel's spot. Miguel and Tommy are probably going to have lots of confrontations or interactions this first episode. At some point, they are going to, I'm not going to say squash their beef, but at some point, I think Miguel is going to proposition Tommy, perhaps. Maybe that could possibly end up being what happens towards the end of episode 1. There may be a proposition on the table that Tommy can get back Mireya if he does something for Miguel. So I think Miguel is going to use this situation to get some leverage over Tommy. So we'll see what happens as they continue to interact throughout the episode. Most likely Miguel is going to get a one-up, or what he thinks is going to be a one-up, but we know Tommy is going to move a little bit differently when it comes to how he's going to deal with the situation with Miguel. So here you have Tommy that looks like he is in Shanti Showstopper's gym, and can't understand why he's here, other than the fact that maybe Shanti has called him for a meet, or he possibly could be going over there to meet with her to try to figure out what they're going to do with Claudia's work, or what they could do with the Serbs' territory now that they've all been hemmed up. And looks like Shanti probably hears Tommy coming into her spot, maybe kind of prepare herself to see who it is, when they both realize that someone else is there and confronting them. Now, I think it could be Elise, or I don't know if that was her name, the chick that Claudia was banging last season, the one that she had gotten the money for to get the buy-in from the work from the Serbs. Or it could be one of the Serbs that did not get hemmed up and could possibly be rolling up on Tommy and Shanti, either for some work or possibly some revenge. But I think it's going to be someone that they're going to end up taking out in this scene right here. Tommy and Shanti are going to end up working together to take this potential threat out in this scene. So I think we're going to have a lot of action in the first episode. Considering the fact that they made us wait for a while, I think we're going to have a lot of action this entire season. Gary Lennon is back, so we know the writing is going to be on point. So it's probably going to be someone that is going to come as a threat, but probably leave unalive or not leave at all. In this scene right here, you probably got Diamond and Tommy still arguing back and forth about the whole situation with Mireya and Miguel and Vic, and how Diamond just feels like Tommy is probably making moves outside of the partnership, outside of him, not trusting him, not working with him, not being forthcoming with him about the things that he had been doing in the last season. So I think Diamond is not going to be too pleased with Tommy, not going to be on the side of Tommy as he has been in the past. As we know, Diamond has defended Tommy against his brother, CBI members, and this whole King Kilo situation with Tommy's nephew, D-Mac, and the whole situation that he caused at the end of last season. Diamond's probably ready to confront Tommy about a lot of this, and this is not sitting well with Tommy. So they're probably going to have some words back and forth behind that. Speaking of the problem child, we got D-Mac here who exiled himself from the family at the end of last season. He said some derogatory things towards his father as well as Kate, and he left for the streets. So I think here in this scene, he's probably trying to meet up with Diamond, actually, to try to see if he can talk his way back into CBI and to possibly tell Diamond what he did with King Kilo's nephew, or to ask Diamond to help him get out of what happened with King Kilo's nephew. As we know, D-Mac is upset right now with Tommy and the family because Tommy had him on ice last season, wouldn't let him be out in the streets and get his work. So I think he is going to try to soldier up and go work with Diamond. I don't know how Diamond is going to receive this. I don't think Diamond is going to take him up on this offer and probably tell him how much trouble he's caused for CBI as well as for him and Tommy and Jenard. So I don't think that Diamond is going to welcome him with open arms. All right, and that's it. There you have it. Our episode prediction for episode 1. We're excited to have a power show back on. Seems like it's been forever. Unfortunately, this is the last season for 4, so I think it's going to go out with a bang as we transition into Power Legacy. All right, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for our live episode recap. It'll probably be on Sunday. Y'all check us out, and we'll see you in the next video.